Hello everyone and welcome back to more Let's Play Subnautica. In the last episode, we went ahead and ventured into some slightly more dangerous waters, encountered some new wildlife, and picked up the materials to craft a propulsion cannon. In this part, as you can see between videos, I've done a little bit of decorating, added some more lockers, as well as a fabricator, radio, and medfab kit fabricator, into my base. So now we really don't have much of a reason to go up to the sea life pod anymore. Before we get started, let me go ahead and play this radio message.
This is an automated distress signal from life pod 12. Coordinates attached. Warning, life pod has sunk beyond safe diving distance. Do not attempt retrieval without submersible support.
Location uploaded to PDA.
Sunk to the ocean bed, 250 meters down, huh? Well, I'm not going to go after that one just yet. Part of me wants to turn that signal off. I just hope I remember to turn it back on if I do. Let me think. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn that off real quick. I'm just going to, like I said, really have to remember to turn this one back on. Boop, there we go. Because I have actually something else in mind that I'm going to do in this video. In this video, we are finally going to explore the Aurora itself. Now, I have made some preparations ahead of time in order to do this. You see, I've got my propulsion cannon made, as well as the laser cutter. These are going to be very important to have. In fact, I'm going to bind those I'll bind this one to 3. And this to 1, respectively. We're also going to want not only one fire extinguisher that we had for the beginning of the game, but I also went ahead and made a second one, just in case. One other thing I did was I swapped out my rebreather for a radiation helmet, as we're going to need that to get close to the Aurora. So without further ado, let's go ahead and head off. Yeah, this is actually one of my more favorite parts of the game.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, you see, even if you're in the water, you can just hop in the Seamoth like so.
Welcome aboard. All systems online.
Alright, now you're going to want to be careful about which angle you approach the Seamoth from. See, I don't want to just head directly for it now, because I'll tell you right now, on the front and back end of the Aurora are a bunch of Reaper Leviathans, and we don't want to get too close to those as we saw last time. So really you want to approach it from the side. Pretty much anywhere in the side is alright to approach them from. Or to approach it from, rather. Like I said, I don't want to end up behind it, though. I'll kind of show you. Hopefully we won't get as close as we did last time, but... Ooh, there's actually a large wreck over here. Part of me wants to stop and check it out now. But nope. We're just going to press on forward. You'll start to see as you get closer to the Aurora that the ocean itself is going to turn this, like brownish tint of orange. Real ugly. Ooh, there's some scannables over here as well. Yeah, you'll see a lot of these, as well as a lot of chests. But you'll see a lot of these Cyclops bridge fragment parts. Now, I do want to keep my eyes out for Reapers. They won't appear quite this close to the Aurora in this shallow water, though. Wow, we can actually finish the Cyclops bridge just right over here. That's pretty convenient. Yeah, a lot of Cyclops parts scattered near the Aurora, as well as these chests as well. Ooh, this one's got a first aid kit. We'll go ahead and take that. But yeah, the back of the Aurora, as you can see, is over there. Don't want to get too close to that. Now, what I'm going to do as I get closer is I'm going to kind of hug the side of the Aurora like so. And if you really, really want to avoid Reapers, then you're going to want to follow this same path that I'm taking right now. Let me see. Oh, there's more propulsion cannon fragments there. Yeah, I could have come and got them here, but I didn't want to get this close to the Aurora until I was planning on coming here. Not for any particular reason, just because. Now, like I said, if you hug the side of the Aurora in the shallows on this part, you'll be fine for the most part, until you reach a certain point. And don't worry, I'm going to tell you when that point is. Okay, you see it's starting to get a little bit deeper here. Now, as you get closer to the front of the Aurora,
Life form readings in this region are sparse.
you'll see it start to shake.
Radioactive fallout will have devastating effects on the alien ecosystem.
Oh, you can actually kind of see the Reaper right there. You might see it swimming around right where in the center of the screen where my crosshair is there. Yeah, that's why you want to be careful. So what I'm going to do... Yep, you can see him a little bit better right there. This Reaper is actually known by fans of these series as Sammy, the Safety Reaper. You'll see a lot of posts about him on the subreddit. A lot of people name him Sammy just because he's the first Reaper they encounter. So what we're going to do is we're really going to want to hug the inside here so we don't get Sammy's attention. Like so. And then we're going to surface right over here. And I'm going to park my Seamoth as close to this as I can so that the Seamoth itself doesn't draw Sammy's attention either. Oh, that genuinely startled me. Yeah, you'll want to watch these same crab things. Oh, snap. Yeah, these same like little crab things that were on the islands are here in the Aurora as well. So I'm going to bind my knife to 2 there, so that I can fend these guys off. Now, you might have noticed, I kind of glossed over it, but the PDA warned us that the Aurora is going to sustain like a fallout here pretty soon. You actually don't really need to worry. This is kind of a spoiler, but don't stress about getting this done in an exact in-game...
Structural integrity is low. Fire suppression equipment and laser cutters may be required. Exploration is conducted at your own risk.
Yeah, don't worry about actually trying to get this done in like 24 hours in-game. You're actually not constrained to a time limit, despite what the game was implying. See, we got another radio message there, but we are nowhere near being able to check that right now. Okay. So yeah, this is really the only path to go so far. There actually is... Oh, shoot. Another one down there. But I want to come up here first. Yeah, you see the crabs don't actually do that much damage to you, but it can add up over time, especially if you're not watching it.
Scans show the digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain human tissues.
Oh, good. Yeah, also, way to be timely with that warning there, PDA. These crabs have kind of been nipping at me since I got here. Ooh. Oh, that's because the fire is dropping on me. Yeah, that doesn't happen too often, but you still want to be careful. Now you want to come and walk across this steel beam here. I don't remember this treasure chest being here. Oh, their first aid kit. Well, I'll probably have to use that pretty soon here. Yeah, as you can see, though, even though the crabs have been biting me and I've been taking fire damage, I still haven't lost that much of my health yet. Let me get this back out. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to get adjusted to the controls again. I've been recording a lot, and by a lot I mean a lot, of Stardew Valley. Another fire extinguisher there. Let's take it, even though I don't think we'll need it. Can you get out of here? Yeah, I've been recording a lot of Stardew Valley lately, so I've kind of needed to get back adjusted to the controls of Subnautica here. Okay, so now that we're out of range of the crabs, I can go ahead and bind my fire extinguisher here. Yeah, you can see that we're now using more of the fire extinguisher a lot more quickly.
Are running on local reserve power, unable to remotely download black box data.
Yeah, that means we're going to have to go and get it manually. So you got batteries here. You're going to find a lot of batteries in the treasure chests around here. But you see that our fuel for the fire extinguisher is now going down a lot more quickly than it did in the intro. So yeah, first things first, you're going to want to be a little careful there. Yeah, even though if there's like a small ember like you see right there, that'll still hurt you. So you definitely want to be careful. Make sure you have the fire completely put out before you try to walk forward. I'm actually going to go ahead and use one of my first aid kits here. Yeah, if you see terminals like this, you'll definitely want to go ahead and pick those up. There's going to be a lot of PDAs here for us to get to. You see this poster here, we can actually go ahead and take that as well. There's going to be a lot of different things that we can collect while we're here. This is something I definitely want to scan here while I'm at it. Let me go ahead and bind the scanner to 5 there. This is something that seems a little innocuous, but you definitely want to get is the trash can. You might have noticed that before when I wanted to get rid of items, I kind of just have to drop them randomly in the sea. But with the trash can, you can actually put them in there, and then it'll get rid of them permanently. Another propulsion cannon fragment there, though we don't necessarily need it, since we already have one. Now I can show you how the propulsion cannon works, which you're going to need in order to get through this. But you see, it'll kind of like lock onto objects there, and you can then just move them out of the way, like so. Very nice to have, especially because there would be no other way to get through those cargo crates in the desk there. Okay, so now we're going to want to come down here, and this passage would normally be inaccessible otherwise. There is one other path you can take inside of the Aurora. Oh shoot, you know what?
Scans of damage to the Aurora do not match any known offensive technologies.
Ooh, I actually totally forgot about this. You do need a passcode to get through here. Let's see if any of those PDAs we picked up. Let's see. Aurora survivors, engineering drone log. We'll go ahead and listen to these later. I'm just looking for the passcodes right now. You know what? We'll go ahead and listen to it while I'm looking.
Sleep mode. Loading voice recognition. Engineer Barclay and Chief Technology Officer you identified.
Drone, get me a propulsion cannon.
Repulsion cannon retrieved.
Hey, Berkeley. Install that circuit box with that repulsion cannon and you'll punch a hole in the cargo bay.
Damn it, Drone, I said propulsion, not repulsion. Recalibrate sensors.
Senses recalibrated.
Sensors aren't the problem. I tweaked the program. It's like you now. It doesn't like being told what to do.
Drone, I know...
His name's Albert now.
Albert, I know it's not your fault, but it would really help me do my job if you'd bring me what I asked for. Thanks for your time.
Propulsion cannon retrieved.
Thank you. Now go away.
Entering hibernation mode.
Boss, this hobby of yours isn't making my job any easier. Or safer.
Maybe so, but it's all that's stopping me from being so bored I take a spacewalk in my skivvies.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of little funny dialogues here, but you might have noticed I kind of tried to point it out while being discreet. This notes to self is actually what we were looking for here. Not enough credits Altera's paying me. I like that a lot. But you see, we got 1454 is the cargo bay code here. I'm actually glad we did end up finding that. So you want to come over here. Alright, and with that we can now access the cargo bay. Yeah, you see, this area is not doing so... I mean, the Aurora as a whole isn't doing so hot, but particular areas like this are... Well, I guess this one's relatively better off than the rest of the place. I got another treasure over here. Yeah, that's going to be water. Some of these are going to be water and food, which aren't important to me, but are still nice if you're playing survival mode. Got another PDA here.
Integrating new PDA data.
And I don't remember if there's anything over here or not. I want to say there is, but I don't know for certain. Oh, just another box over there. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to go out of my way for that. Too bad we can't drive the forklift here. Okay, so next you want to come down here, and don't just jump down thinking there's water down there. I've done that before, and taken fall damage, and actually died as a result. There is, however, going to be some water down here. And I got another chest down here. Let's see what's inside. Yeah, that's a nutrient block. We don't necessarily need that. The sea moth bay, huh? I'm going to take a look in here. But in order to access this area, we're actually going to need our repair tool. I won't need my knife while I'm inside of here. At least I don't think I will. So let's go ahead. What can I find? Here it is, the repair tool. I'll bind that to 3. Alright, and with that repaired, we can now access the sea moth bay. I got another PDA here. There's something else I'm looking for here, too. That's going to be right over here. A sea moth depth module. And with this, once we get it back in our sea moth, you can see that it'll actually enhance the depth at which our Seamoth can dive without sustaining damage. So that'll be extremely nice. This is like one of the main reasons you want to come here. Also, if you haven't gotten the Seamoth yet, you can scan fragments of it here as well. Yeah, first time I played the game, I actually did come here without getting the Seamoth first. Ooh. Shoot. Quick bind this to 3. Yeah, that I totally forgot about these guys, but that is another reason you are going to want... go ahead and try to take care of that guy. There we go. You will want the knife, is for these biters here. You see, they'll latch on you and slowly drain your HP away from you. So if we go this way, we'll reach the Aurora's drive room.
Sustained internal damage during collision. Repair without appropriate qualifications.
Well, I don't know that we have those qualifications, but we're going to have to try to repair it anyway. I'm not really sure what qualifications you're talking about necessarily, since all we really need is the repair tool. You see, we have another module here.
Radiation at maximum tolerable level.
The Cyclops Energy Efficiency module.
Blueprint at
That's going to be an upgrade for the Cyclops, which we definitely don't have access to yet. But we will... I don't want to say very soon, but relatively soon, viewers. Okay, so to actually repair the drive core, you're going to want to find these little spots of damage here. Similar to the ones that were actually...
breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
Yeah, unfortunately the game also tells you how many of these there are to find. But this is kind of why
Breach repaired.
this is kind of why I wanted to show you those in our base before we actually came here, so that you would kind of know what to look for. Now the rest are going to be underwater here, and you do want to be careful as there are biters floating around down here.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
Yeah, I'd like to try to get this guy before he gets me, but no, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Alright, get our trusty repair tool here. There we go.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
Yeah, it can be a little tricky to find all these sometimes. Basically, you just want to check all the way around all of these reactors here. They'll all be on the reactors. You won't have to look any weird places like the walls or anything. At least I don't think, if I recall correctly. Another thing you can do is just kind of try to mash this until you start to see a percent start to fill up. But yeah, I rather like this part of the game. Shoot, there's a biter there. Oh. But yeah, I rather enjoyed this part of the game. I think it's really cool. And don't worry, after we're finished with this, there's much more to see in the Aurora than just this. Oh. Yeah, see, it actually won't let you repair until you've cleared the biter off of you. Go and take care of those guys real quick. And you see, some of them are actually irradiated. They've got those green spots on them. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and use my first aid kit. And hopefully that's all of the biters in here. As far as I know, biters don't even really appear anywhere else in the game. Oh, speak of the devil. Oh, that's not my knife. That's my knife. Yeah, get over here. Anyone else want some? Huh? I haven't been paying attention to how many more we have left. I think we have like 4 after this. Oh, only 3. That's good. Another way to oop, I almost forgot to breathe underwater. I almost forgot I was underwater for a second somehow. Another good way to try to find these is you can see the sparks kind of flying off of them. That's probably the easiest way to spot them. Although with all the damage in this room, even then it can still be a little bit difficult.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
Alright, just one more after this and then we'll be all set.
Containment breach repaired.
Yeah, this isn't even something you really necessarily have to do in the game to finish it. Not to my knowledge anyway, but it's still very, very nice to do. Not only nice for the environment, but for other reasons. Oh,
Drive core breach sealed. Radiation levels decreasing.
Alright, there we go. And the radiation levels aren't just decreasing in this room, they're actually decreasing throughout the whole ocean as well, to the point that we will actually no longer require the radiation suit in order to stay safe from taking damage when we're near the Aurora or other irradiated areas. So that's really nice. And it's really nice too because you definitely want to have the rebreather when you're generally exploring as opposed to just your regular equipment there. Now you can see it's not required to have the laser cutter to do that, but if you want to further explore here, you will need it. But if you choose not to get the laser cutter, then as I showed earlier, you will need the propulsion cannon. It's one or the other, but since I want to fully explore the Aurora, I have both. Alright, and with that, we've cut a hole in here. Is that another PDA? Looks like it is, as well as a first aid kit. Speaking of first aid kit, I'm going to go ahead and use one now. Perfect, alright. Yeah, honestly though... Ooh, there's a battery here. I'm glad I spotted that. Honestly though, while... Wait, what did this say? Prawn Bay. Ooh, that's another good reason we want to come here. Yeah, one of the main reasons I'm glad I came here was not only to clear the irradiation, but also for that... boop-a-doop-a-doo, what's the word? The Seamoth upgrade. That's going to be very, very nice. It is possible to craft one of those depth module upgrades without finding it here, but with that we've actually managed to, well, now we don't have to craft one. You can see, even though the fire extinguisher is at 1%, it's still considered empty, so I'm just going to go ahead and drop it since I don't need it anymore. And it looks like it just went ahead and binded a new one to the same slot, which is nice. Okay, now that... Oop, I'm going to take care of the fire here. Yeah, like I said, even that little bit like this will still do damage to you if you're not careful. Okay, go ahead and repair the door here. There we are. Alright, and this is the Prawn Bay. And there's a good reason why you want to come in here.
Black box signature originating on the other side of the hull breach in this room.
Oh, really? We'll have to go check that out. Yeah, I definitely want to put out these fires here. You see, there's some, like, looks like sort of a robot mech-looking suit in here. Wonder what that's all about. Well, if you take out your scanner, you can actually go ahead and scan that and get a prawn suit fragment. This is our third type of vehicle in the game, the prawn suit. And it is one of my personal favorites. Basically, as it implies by looking at it there, it's more or less a kind of like mech robot suit that allows you to kind of walk around on the ocean floor. And we'll actually need one of those in order to reach some of the deeper areas of the game. Yeah, you see, this fire extinguisher is already out, which is why I went ahead and crafted an extra one before I came in here. There are fire extinguishers scattered out through here, but sometimes it can be kind of hard to spot them. Shoot. And you'll need a lot of them to fully explore this place. I didn't even really need to put that fire out, because we can come over here, put this fire out, and now we have a storage module. That'll also be very useful for our Seamoth there. Go ahead and scan another prawn suit fragment here. Let's see, looks like we've got 2 more to scan, which we should be able to find in this room. Yep, there's another one right there. Just like the other stuff in here, you can find this without having to come in here. You can find it scattered throughout the ocean, more prawn suit fragments, but this is a very convenient location to go ahead and pick all of them up. Alright, and with this we've picked up our 4th and final prawn suit fragment, so we're now able to craft that. Looks like there's some more stuff in here we can use the propulsion cannon on. That leads to sort of a hallway up there. But what is up there? And what is in the rest of the Aurora? Find out next time on more Let's Play Subnautica. This is Hexlex, signing out. Have a good day.